Welcome one and all fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Are you ready to use the most broken troop in the history of raid weekends? If you're not already working on upgrading super miners, then you're making a mistake. I can almost personally guarantee you that super miners will see a nerf, or as the Clash team calls it, a balancing, at some point in the near future. So enjoy it for now. There's probably a few weeks left that you can get in crushing bases with super miners, and let me tell you, they are way stronger than even the pre-nerf combination of hog raiders and graveyard spells, although I would still recommend bringing the graveyard spells. And this is a great time for any player who's just not that excited about raid weekends to go in there and just get your attacks done, because this is the worst part about it and the truth behind super miners. They are the ultimate spam and quit army. And in even better news, they are the ultimate Dragon Cliffs annihilators. Yes, I know, Dragon Cliffs was everybody's least favorite place to attack, and now easily two-shot by both attacks being miners. Obviously, in this beginning of the video, you saw me using the hogs. Now I'm using the miners, and oh my goodness, they are crazy strong. And of course, they have the advantage of burrowing underneath and losing their pursuing super dragons. Yes, the super dragons are so slow that oftentimes by the time they have arrived at wherever that super miner is, the super miner has finished that building because of its increasing damage and moved on. Also, if you're careful in where you place the graveyard spells, the skeletons can make great, fantastic, in fact, tanks for your super miners. Now, the funny thing here is I just started using these yesterday. We were in a live stream, and at the beginning of the live stream, the general consensus was, yes, super miners are strong, but they're not that strong, and maybe they won't ever have to see a balancing or a nerf. By the end of a 2-hour live stream on www.kick.com/Galadon, that's right, you guys should come. By the end of that live stream, everyone in the chat, the thousands, tens of thousands of players, all agreed that yes, super miners are broken strong, and they are probably, almost certainly going to see, I would predict, a reduction in the amount of DPS they put out. I think that would be enough to bring them in line right now. I mean, look at that. Look at that through the district hall with all of the dragons trying to get down on them. 8145. Come on. Okay, I'm not even done. I'm just getting started. Now, I will warn you on this one, as good as they are against Dragon Cliffs, they're maybe not the ideal unit to use for the capital peak itself. And also, again, notice that these are varying levels of development as far as the bases are concerned. But also, if you go back and look, in the first attack in today's episode, those were only level 3 super miners, not the maxed out level 4 super miners that everybody should be using after a weekend of upgrading that barracks and that building only, with every shred of capital gold that you can get your hot little hands on, because I'm telling you, the timer is running. It is a matter of weeks, not months, until these are brought into line, because obviously what's now going to happen, and do not blame me, by the way, don't blame me. Look at the number of views my videos get. There's no way that I'm spreading this information throughout the community. It is being spread by word of mouth and by other content creators, just how strong the super miner is. And of course, it is those thousands upon thousands of 3-star attacks, and of course, lots of people that never even see YouTube videos that are going to eventually use them because they see their clan members, their friends, or the opposing clans using them on their bases and wiping them out. Okay, so yeah, I mean, in the early days and some of my videos when they would have like over 1 million views, I could understand that people would say, oh, Galadon, you got this troop nerfed. If it weren't for you, Galadon, we would still be having fun. Nowadays, no, come on. In a blue moon, it's going to get 10,000 views. So don't blame me, okay? Don't blame Galadon. Daddy Galadon. I don't even, anyway, okay, let's fast forward through the rest of this attack. You can see that, again, Dragon Cliffs is always going to be taken down in 2 attacks, no matter how well upgraded, unless there's some way to rearrange bases to specifically defend super miners. I think not. And here we go once again. Okay, now, also, Goblin Mines. This is a relatively low-level Goblin Mines right here, but this is an example of just how strong the super miners are, because there really shouldn't be any opportunities to one-shot a base. Now, obviously, yes, the slingshot is kind of a beautiful decoration once it runs out of goblins, but once the goblins are handled from those slingshots, then it's worthless, right? It really is. I will also say that graveyard spells are a good counter to the spear goblins that come out of those defenses, because they just kind of 1v1 them and eventually take them down. You can see here the miners kind of bobbing in and out, taking out the rest of the spear goblins, and then making quick work in the remaining seconds of the rest of this base. Because, like I said, the goblin slingshot is just a decoration late in the attack. Especially, again, graveyard spells. I know I am repeating myself over and over again, time and time again, but that's what I do. No, seriously. Anyway, so there's a one-shot on a relatively low-level Goblin Mines. You guys know that my clan, Just Galadon, spent the entire weekend working on upgrading my own super miners. Luckily, I was high level enough that we could get to level 4. So Galadon came running over with all of his over 40,000 capital gold that he raided this past weekend using super miners. And yes, we completed the upgrade. We got our own Just Galadon super miners all the way to level 4. Now, if you were thinking that maybe this was just a fluke, I only showed you the best of the best replays, I'm telling you, time and time again, I would just spam these guys and leave. And this is the best part about this. Look at this. That's 73% on the second attack here in Skeleton Park, on a nearly fully upgraded Skeleton Park. Again, dropping the graveyard spells in the back, and then just carefully dropping the super miners each on one individual defense if possible. And then you're done. Look at that. The first 10 seconds of this attack, I was done. Could have walked away, could have force quit the app, could have turned it off and gone and done something else. Super miners are just too easy. And while it is fun, just like the Clashof troops have been fun to play in a broken game, you can bet your bottom dollar that they are already looking at ways to slow down, to bring down the super miner. So again, all I can say is enjoy it while you can. The only catch is that sometimes without the super miners going down, you're not generating very many skeletons from the graveyard spells, and you can accidentally just be too good. Another well over 8,500 capital gold raid. I hope you guys are out there using them already. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, they're pretty strong. I'd say I agree for once.